The time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. The whole problem with the world is that fools and fanatics are always so certain of themselves, and wiser people so full of doubts. The fundamental cause of the trouble is that in the modern world the stupid are cocksure while the intelligent are full of doubt. War does not determine who is right, only who is left. The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. The secret to happiness is to face the fact that the world is horrible. I would never die for my beliefs because I might be wrong. Men are born ignorant, not stupid. They are made stupid by education. There is much pleasure to be gained from useless knowledge. The world is full of magical things patiently waiting for our wits to grow sharper. Mathematics may be defined as the subject in which we never know what we are talking about, nor whether what we are saying is true. Life is nothing but a competition to be the criminal rather than the victim. To fear love is to fear life, and those who fear life are already 3 parts dead. Science is what you know, philosophy is what you don't know. One of the symptoms of an approaching nervous breakdown is the belief that one's work is terribly important. Sin is geographical. To be without some of the things you want is an indispensable part of happiness. The only thing that will redeem mankind is cooperation. I believe in using words, not fists. I believe in my outrage knowing people are living in boxes on the street. I believe in honesty. I believe in a good time. I believe in good food. I believe in sex. 3 passions, simple but overwhelmingly strong, have governed my life: the longing for love, the search for knowledge, and unbearable pity for the suffering of mankind. Much that passes as idealism is disguised hatred or disguised love of power. Fear is the main source of superstition, and one of the main sources of cruelty. To conquer fear is the beginning of wisdom. A happy life must be to a great extent a quiet life, for it is only in an atmosphere of quiet that true joy dare live. Democracy is the process by which people choose the man who'll get the blame. To conquer fear is the beginning of wisdom. The secret of happiness is this: let your interests be as wide as possible, and let your reactions to the things and persons that interest you be as far as possible friendly rather than hostile. Religion is something left over from the infancy of our intelligence. It will fade away as we adopt reason and science as our guidelines. Of all forms of caution, caution in love is perhaps the most fatal to true happiness. Collective fear stimulates herd instinct, and tends to produce ferocity toward those who are not regarded as members of the herd. Extreme hopes are born from extreme misery. Those who have never known the deep intimacy and the intense companionship of mutual love have missed the best thing that life has to give. Anything you're good at contributes to happiness. Advocates of capitalism are very apt to appeal to the sacred principles of liberty, which are embodied in one maxim: the fortunate must not be restrained in the exercise of tyranny over the unfortunate. If there were in the world today any large number of people who desired their own happiness more than they desired the unhappiness of others, we could have a paradise in a few years. It has been said that man is a rational animal. All my life I have been searching for evidence which could support this. Men who are unhappy, like men who sleep badly, are always proud of the fact. The megalomaniac differs from the narcissist by the fact that he wishes to be powerful rather than charming, and seeks to be feared rather than loved. To this type belong many lunatics and most of the great men of history. The degree of one's emotions varies inversely with one's knowledge of the facts. It is preoccupation with possessions, more than anything else, that prevents us from living freely and nobly. The fact that an opinion has been widely held is no evidence whatever that it is not utterly absurd. Patriotism is the willingness to kill and be killed for trivial reasons. Neither a man nor a crowd or a nation can be trusted to act humanely or to think sanely under the influence of a great fear. Patriots always talk of dying for their country and never of killing for their country. To teach how to live without certainty and yet without being paralyzed by hesitation is perhaps the chief thing that philosophy, in our age, can do for those who study it. I like mathematics because it is not human and has nothing particular to do with this planet or with the whole accidental universe, because, like Spinoza's God, it won't love us in return. Do not fear to be eccentric in opinion, for every opinion now accepted was once eccentric. Drunkenness is temporary suicide. Most people would sooner die than think, in fact, they do so. The fundamental concept in social science is power, in the same sense in which energy is the fundamental concept in physics. Those who forget good and evil and seek only to know the facts are more likely to achieve good than those who view the world through the distorting medium of their own desires. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.